These homeowners want to know what their house is worth, and our experts are here to give them the good.
See, that's a great bang for their buck.
The bad.
Clearly, we know that the cabinets are a big boo-boo.
And
this is that much ugly.
Find out whose house makes the grade and whose falls short. Next on My House is Worth What? Years ago, Mike and Nona left the suburbs of Seattle for greener pastures 15 miles to the north. They fell in love with a huge property in Snohomish, Washington, and sank nearly everything they had into a country fixer-upper. And while farm living suits them fine, they're worried about their investment. Mike and Nona want to know if they can ever recoup what they've spent, or is their country life a dead end?
We were looking for a place that had opportunities, so we started looking around.
Michael and the realtor got lost and drove past this place, and Michael said, gee, I like that. It was more money than we had intended to spend. Is it going to be worth the money, the time, and the investment? And the realtor said, no way, out of your league.
But despite that expert advice, Mike and Nona took the plunge.
We bought the farm. We bought the farm.
But the reality of tackling such a huge project was a little daunting.
We spent $505,000 on it. It needed quite a little bit of work.
So they spent another $210,000 doing major renovations to the place.
And once we got started, where do you stop?
Isn't that the truth? I think my largest fear is that we will be too far over market and something will come along that we would need to turn the property or sell it, and we'd be way over what we put into it.
I don't know what it's worth. I don't even know really how to compare it to something.
One of the best things about Snohomish is that because the Seattle market is so inundated, so hard to get into, now everyone is coming here from all areas to get away. Recently, it's had some of the highest appreciation in the state. We got a lot of stuff going on here. What all is here?
We have a 1924 farmhouse, which was almost doubled in size in the 80s. We have a 1924 barn. We have an apartment in the barn and a milk house.
It's fixed up just as a little guest space right now.
We have a covered lighted riding arena and about 10 pastures, fenced and cross-fenced.
We've got some stalls behind the barn.
How much acreage do you have here total?
Almost 6 acres.
We poured everything into this.
I know you've done some remodeling. I also noticed coming in that you didn't really have any fence. You can't really see the house from the road.
No, we haven't gotten there yet.
But John says curb appeal, even out here in the country, is crucial. And right now, this house has none. Inside, however, John's impressed with Mike and Nona's handiwork. They turned the once dilapidated old house into a bright and cheery home. They installed new flooring throughout and put in all new windows. John says both are valuable additions that'll help the bottom line. But the real story of the remodel is the new kitchen.
Wow, you guys. Spectacular, really. If I didn't know any better, I'd say I was in a $5 million house.
Wow.
So what all did you do in here?
We gutted it. We moved this wall back. We put granite. We put in new cabinets.
And you spent?
It was $10,000 for the granite. I think we spent $35,000 on the cabinets, $15,000 on appliances.
Overall, for this whole kitchen, how much you guys spend on this?
We think about $80,000.
Yeah, about $80,000. And I saved myself a lot of money by doing all the little stuff.
$80,000. You probably increased the value of this property by at least $150,000 by doing this.
Whoa!
But the bad news is, it could be too much of a good thing if the rest of the house doesn't measure up. And if kitchens and baths are what sell a home, John wants to check out the work they did in the downstairs powder room.
This was once a 160 square feet of bathroom, and we downsized it.
Right, 160 square feet. Well, Probably didn't need that much bathroom, did you?
that much.
Certainly not for a powder room right off the entrance.
So you took a bunch of square feet, added it to the kitchen, which you love.
Yep.
That's a good thing. Great bathroom, and you know, you can never go wrong remodeling a kitchen or bathroom. Two really important spots in the house.
Good, good.
What'd you guys do in here?
We pretty much did everything in here. We replaced the floor, we painted.
We put a new tub in, we put the vanity in.
How much total do you think you spent here?
$8,000?
You've done a great job, and the flow is great. The living space here is great. I'm really curious to see what type of outdoor living space you have. All right, well, we got some, in my opinion, problems here. At the very least, we're looking at some paint.
Yes.
And some repair.
Okay.
Because potentially somebody could come up and go, there's so much work up here, I don't even want the place.
Okay.
And that's how important this is.
Right.
Because in my opinion, at this point, you know, as beautiful as your kitchen is, right, this is that much ugly. I could probably say, at the very least, you probably got to spend $10,000 or $15,000 in paint and repair to get it to be modest or even less than modest.
Yep.
Now it's time for John to figure out if Mike and Nona's move to the country was a smart choice or a costly error.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Plus, this couple's got to sell their house fast, but can't find a buyer.
Only 1 out of 4 buyers really wants a house with a pool.
And later, what's going on below this house that could be a deal breaker?
If they need to make $45,000 worth of repairs to this house, there's no way they're going to be able to sell it.
This program brought to you by LendingTree.com. When banks compete, you win.
Tim, I wanted to talk with you about my home equity loan.
Oh, sure, Karen.
I'm going with LendingTree instead.
Karen, please. How could you choose LendingTree over us?
Well, at LendingTree, I get all the terms up front, so I know there will be no surprises at closing. It makes me feel like they're really looking out for me.
But Karen, you work here.
Yeah. Awkward, isn't it?
Join the 20 million people getting a better loan at LendingTree. When banks compete, you win.
We know responsibility is a round-the-clock job, but if your home is ever damaged by fire, we have help standing by 24 hours a day. Responsibility. What's your policy? Liberty Mutual.
So it's Linda and Dean?
Right. And don't stare at Aunt Sue's mole.
I got it.
Sometimes what you need after your holiday vacation
Hi, Aunt Mole.
is a vacation. Book your holiday trip now and save $200 on your next trip. Expedia.com.
Today I will earn rewards points in more ways than ever before. And I will do it while Victor tries to distract me. First, I get points for using my Citibank debit card. Next, I get points for my Citi mortgage. Now my greatest secret, points for using my Citi Premier Pass credit card. Istanbul, please. No madness can stop Citi's many rewarding ways. Victor, pull yourself together. Rewarding. Very, very, very rewarding.
Princess Diana has died.
Experience the movie America's top critics are hailing as a masterpiece.
No member of the royal family will speak publicly about this.
Roger Ebert gives it 4 stars. It's one of the best pictures of the year. The Queen, rated PG-13, now playing in select theaters.
Wednesday late night starts with Junk Brothers.
Let's do it.
They nab your junk, turn it into something cool, and give it back to you. Next, it's Hammered with John and Jimmy DiResta. Jimmy makes cool stuff. John, not so much.
Still did a good job in other ways, didn't I?
Coming up next, Junk Brothers, followed by Hammered with John and Jimmy DiResta.
Lovely place, and you've done some tremendous work here. You have. I think you have some tremendous work to do.
Yes.
But overall, the kitchen, you did very well there. For a horse property, you have a large number of additional amenities a lot of people don't think of. Just a lot of stuff going on that are spectacular. There's some things that you still need to do to the place.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Curb appeal, I talked about that.
Yeah.
You know my thoughts on the back.
Yeah.
Yep. Have you thought about what you think your home's worth?
We think it's maybe around 800.
If I were to put this home on the market right now, I think we could get $1 million.
Woohoo!
Oh
Give me 5.
And that's no joke.
Wow.
Really?
And that's a conservative figure, guys.
Wow.
Whoa! Really?
It would not surprise me in 20 years if a developer came here and was knocking on your door and was willing to pay you between $1.5 and $2 million per acre.
With an estimate of $1 million, less the $505 purchase price, and the $210 for renovations, they've gained $285,000 in equity in just 3 years. And an even brighter future. Mike and Nona just got the green light to turn their fixer-upper into the farm of their dreams.
Good deal. Congratulations.
Wow.
Thank you.